Hey guys, it's Krista again, and I'm here to discuss, or I guess do a quick video. I don't think it's going to be as long as my wrap-ups usually are about books that I have posted about over on the blog and on Goodreads, some reviews you can go check out. So here we go. Oh, first off, I want to say my thoughts are with all of you over in Georgia and Alabama and the tornadoes that happened yesterday. Talk about crazy. That death count is already up to 248 people. And I'm definitely thinking of you guys, and I hope everybody is okay and your families. And so, okay, let's talk about April and things that I have blogged about. So, Savannah Gray by Cliff McNish. This was a fantastic read for me. It was creepy, dark, fun. I enjoyed it very much. I'm running out of things to say, so I'm just going to go through this real quick. Savannah Gray, I enjoyed. I think I rated it 4 stars. The Lipstick Laws by Amy Holder. Well, I thought it was fun and quirky and funny in places. That's being called the new Mean Girls. This story just wasn't for me. I couldn't connect with the characters. I wasn't agreeing with, it's one mean girl and the other girl, but in this case, the girl that gets picked on fights back, and then they just both end up being mean girls. So, it wasn't quite what I was looking for, but I think a lot of you might enjoy it. The Hunger and Rage by Jackie Morse Kessler. I believe there's 2 more books coming out in this series. Stories about the horsemen of the apocalypse. And Hunger, it's told from a girl's point of view. She is an anorexic, and she becomes Famine as the horseman. And so we get to see, when she's talking about her life, her thoughts in living and dealing with anorexia, and how her parents and her friends see that. And then when she becomes the horseman, we get to see her traveling to places and witnessing famine in places for whatever reason. And, loss of food, drought, infestations, whatever things that are happening in parts of the world. And, it gets you to look a little bit beyond outside your front door. You get to see what's happening in other places and get it's hard to say that you get an idea of what's going on out there sometimes because, personally you just never deal with that kind of stuff. At least we don't. But you kind of get this glimpse into a world that's bigger and, different than yours. And in Rage, she is a cutter, and she becomes War. And it's the same kind of thing. In her story, we get to see why she cuts and how she deals with that and her friends and family. And then when she becomes War, she gets to travel around the world and different situations that are going on with anger. Okay, so I did a cover reveal. I did some book trailers. Let's look here. Next book was Red Glove by Holly Black. Now, I really enjoyed this book. I kind of took my time reading this one. Usually, I sit down, I read a book right through, and I have stuff to say about it. And every once in a while, I'll get really just thrown into the world and take my time with it. And Red Glove was one of those books for me. I just sat and I really enjoyed it. Took me longer to read than usual because I, just got myself so wrapped up in it and, couple chapters at a time and thought about it. And I really liked it more than the first book. Better than White Cat, I have to say. I really, really like, I think it's Lila. I've blanked her name. But I love them together. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So Red Glove by Holly Black. Very much enjoyed it. Angel Fire by Courtney Allison Moulton. This one is one of my favorite Angel stories. I have read Fallen, Hush Hush, Unearthly, Angel Burn, and then some self-published works. But so far, Angel Fire and Unearthly are kind of together on my 4 stars. Angel Burn was a 5-star for me. So Angel Fire is pretty close to the top, and it had lots of action in it. The girl was kicking butt, and the fight scenes were very intense. They were very well written. So Angel Fire, is one of the better written Angel stories so far. The Betrayal of Maggie Blair by Elizabeth Laird. Now, I don't know if this was some kind of misunderstanding on my part, but I went into this book thinking it was going to be about witchcraft. This is over, I think in Scotland. I'm sorry, it was a while since I read this one, but I just posted it because it was just released. But, I was expecting more of the witchcraft trials and things like that going on, but it really turned out to be more of the religious side of the arguments that were going on during that time when the king was trying to, I think it was the war against Protestants and Catholics. So it became more of a religious historical story than it did witchcraft, because the main girl's family, her grandmother and her family, are witches. But it turns into more of a historical story. So it was still good, but I went into it with a different kind of expectation from it. So I did only rate it 3 stars because I don't know, I wasn't quite in the mood for that kind of thing, and it caught me off guard. So, maybe when I'm more in a historical mood, I may reread that again and re-review it. But for now, it was a pretty good story as far as historical, based off of journals. I believe were the author's family's journals. So based off of that, it was pretty good. But if I had gone into it knowing that, I should have done more research. But anyway, still a good historical book. If it sounds interesting to you guys, you should definitely check it out. It's The Betrayal of Maggie Blair. The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. I thought this story was so adorable. It was so cute. And I love the test that she had to go through. You don't find out. I'm not going to even ruin it for you. But it's a very, very cute story. I totally recommend it. The cover is beautiful. Very well written. Just very nice all around. I think you guys should check it out. Plan B by Shannon Simon. This one, I had to do a little research because after I read it, and it was only 108 pages, I kind of was like, well, is that it? Because I wanted more of a story. So it turns out that this is a learner publishing book, so it's written more as a teaching guide, discussion aid for classrooms and whatnot. So it's only 108 pages, and it's about high school kids, and they find out that they're pregnant and the decisions they need to make for their future. That's about it. And then, of course, Bumped by Megan McCafferty. And I'm going to do a full review coming up pretty soon here, a full video on it. I don't even know what to say about it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for my video. So I guess I'm just going to end it there. So I hope you guys had a great April. I hope you're all safe for those of you out there, or your families, and you're okay. And I will see you soon. And bye.